4 Stoic Secret Advantages of Being Silent. Welcome to Stoic Philosophy for Life, where silence builds strength, discipline shapes destiny, and wisdom leads the way. They speak loudly, hoping the world will hear them. We remain silent, knowing the world will feel us. In a culture addicted to noise, silence becomes an act of rebellion, but not the weak silence of fear. No. This is chosen silence, sharpened, disciplined, forged in fire. Those who walk this path, those who have wrestled their own emotions into stillness, know something the world often misses. Silence isn't emptiness. Silence is power. Let us walk through the 4 secret advantages of silence, drawn from the heart of Stoic philosophy. Advantage 1. Silence guards your inner citadel. When you speak too soon, you expose your mind before it has finished its work. You bleed half-formed thoughts driven by impulse rather than reason. But when you remain silent, you protect your inner citadel from invasion. Marcus Aurelius warned, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." Thus we watch our thoughts carefully before shaping them into words. We let them sharpen. We let them purify. We let them mature in the furnace of restraint, because once a word leaves the mouth, it cannot be retrieved. Many have destroyed themselves, not by their actions, but by their words. Silence becomes our armor, not because we hide, but because we no longer need to bleed words to prove we are alive. Advantage 2. Silence disorients the undisciplined. Most people argue not to seek truth, but to seek victory. They want reactions. They want noise. When you do not play their game, you become unreadable, unpredictable, untouchable. Seneca said, "It is a great thing to know the season for speech and the season for silence. And once mastered, this knowledge becomes a weapon no one can defend against. When they expect anger, you answer with calm. When they expect explanation, you offer stillness. When they seek your reaction, you show restraint. You do not win by overpowering them. You win by refusing to be moved. Your silence is a mirror, and when they look into it, they see their own instability, their own weakness. You win not through force, but through the terrifying strength of self-mastery." Advantage 3. Silence strengthens the voice. Within, in a world obsessed with noise, the loudest voices are often the most hollow. But when we go silent, something rare happens. We hear again. We hear the whisper of conscience, the subtle pull of reason, the quiet teachings of nature. The Stoic poet Cleanthes believed, "To live according to nature is to listen to its rhythm." But how can you hear the rhythm of life if you are always speaking? Silence is the doorway to inner clarity. We retreat inward. We measure our desires. We inspect our motives. We tame our thoughts like wild horses. And over time, our voice, when it finally speaks, becomes like tempered steel, precise, unbreakable, unignorable. Advantage 4. Silence separates the mind from the ego. There is a hidden war inside each of us, the battle between the voice of reason and the voice of pride. Every time we speak without purpose, the ego gains ground. But when we choose silence, we starve the ego of its favorite fuel, validation. Epictetus taught, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." To remain silent while others boast, to resist the urge to correct, to walk away from the need to impress. This is the death of ego and the birth of true strength. When we no longer need to be seen, we begin to see clearly. Our mind unbinds itself from the need to dominate the room and instead begins to dominate itself. This is not suppression. This is evolution. Only the man who can rule his tongue has earned the right to lead his life. Only the man who can walk through fire without explaining himself has truly conquered himself. Why we choose silence. We fall silent not to disappear, but to rise above noise, above pride, above the shallow currents of the world. We do not choose silence because we are passive. We choose it because we have discovered a deeper truth. Power that needs to be spoken isn't power at all. And so, we speak last, speak less. And when we do speak, the world listens. They will not understand this at first. They will mistake it for weakness. But in time, they will feel the gravity in our presence. Not because of how loud we are, but because of how still we have become. The path forward. We are the watchers. The listeners. The ones who wait in the dark until it is time to move, with force rooted in clarity, unchained from impulse. Let the world chase noise. Let them drown in it. We build power in silence. This is the path of Stoic philosophy. This is the way of those who are done being ruled by the whims of the world. If this message resonated with you, if it stirred something ancient in your spirit, then stay with us. Subscribe, train, sharpen yourself until you are unbreakable. Until next time, remember, the man who speaks less commands more. The man who controls his tongue controls his destiny.